Alright, Larry back here with you. And I am in the midst of a kit bash. I had some leftover parts from the, well, I had one of the original, the 1701 series Enterprises. So it came with the gridline saucer. From the time I built my Enterprise to, when I bought the kit, I was like, I wanted the smooth saucer. So anyway, I had the smooth saucer. So then with that kit, they gave you the extra parts kits to do the first pilot, second pilot, and so on. So anyway, after I built the Enterprise, the production series Enterprise, I had, I had a lot of spare parts. So I bought a couple of additional parts off of eBay. I don't remember the seller's name, but anyway. So I, had the bridge, I had the saucer. I just needed the cell and the hull sections. So anyway, the brain got to thinking on, how, I didn't want to build another starship and, another Enterprise-looking starship. So, I was kind of looking around and, I kind of like the U.S.S. Kelvin. I think that was a unique design. And, so it's kind of set the wheels in motion. So, you can argue, well, the Kelvin was the Kelvin universe. Well, no. You look, the Kelvin was built before, was it Nero came through the time, through the wormhole. So the Kelvin existed before timeline got changed. So, long story short, I like that design. So I was like, all right, let me build one, a TOS style Kelvin series ships. Although I'm not going to call it the Kelvin. I got to thinking. I says, all right, what kind of fits in with the Trek universe? And those were the days of the exploration. So anyway, I'm going to name this ship the USS PIRI REIS, which and the call letters will be NCC 1513. It's based on a map maker that had made a map of basically the eastern coast of North America, South America, and it also had aspects of the Antarctic continent without the ice sheet, which was a little intriguing. So essentially what I'm making is a star mapping ship. So it'll be a single nacelle. So I used the old neck, I guess from the pilot, and then filled the windows with a combination of the black window inserts and the natural colored ones. And I filled in that first section of the the warp nacelle. I'm going to leave this open. I have the opaque part that goes in it, and I'll probably mist it with a little bit of silver. But anyway, the upper part, I have some red LEDs that's installed, so this thing will glow in a red LED. This will be upside down on the saucer, and I'll show you that when I get when I bring the saucer up. So these will be filled. These are where the I don't know what the hell you call them, the manifolds, cooling manifolds or whatever. But on this part, I just transferred. This was the existing one, so if you looked at it, they were, I don't know, separated by 30 degrees or so. So anyway, I transferred it. This will be the top part of the nacelle, which will face away from the ship, so to speak. And then, like I said, this will face down towards the engineering hull. It'll look something like this. And back out of here. So, you know, kind of picture the saucer in this part here. You know, and then you got the front part of the Passard here, and then you'll have on the back, you'll have the rear cone. But I'm up in the air as to which I'm going to use, whether I use the one with the holes in it or use the one with the ball. I don't know. Like I said, I'll have to play with it. So the primary hull I got together. I've already glued it. I got the, you know, the deflector sheet, the deflector housing, the outer housing on. These I kind of robbed out of a plane kit. Basically, it was like the fuel tanks. So blending them in just to cover that. You know, you can call them some kind of a sensor pod. I still got to do the filling of the seam lines. I got my lighting interior. I don't know if you can see in there yet. I'll light it up later. But, you know, it's got a full shuttle bay. It'll be lit. I'm using I won't say a custom board. You know, one of the Bucktronic boards. I have a flasher board that I put together. So, and then I have a strobe board that I put together. So the strobes will work, you know, the normal spot on the hull here. And if you look, I got one here, and then you have the blinkers on the hull. So there's really not much to show on the hull. Let me bring the hull, the saucer section up, and then all right. Show you that. So this is the upper part of the hull. I've added, this will be shrouded around the neck of the nacelle. So essentially, you know, the nacelle, let go. The nacelle will go like that. You know, to hold it there. So the nacelle will go like that. What I'll do is I gotta use I'll use my little gizmo here. Once I get the neck glued down in here, I can use that to get my contour of that neck, and then I can fill in the top here. So the top maybe looks something kind of like the Reliant. You know how they got the indentation with the you know, gadgets and gizmos or whatever the hell it is that they put in there. Just something give it a little bit of detail. So I have like I said, I have a sprue from an old plane kit that's got some stuff that'll work pretty good for some detail stuff. And figure, I don't know if you can see that, some windows through that in there. So it'll be right above the impulse deck. So let me power it up and show you what's going on. I figured I'd show you this. This is the little Bucktronic circuit board. It has 6 outputs. Let's see, 2, 4, 6. Correct. And it's a flashing unit, but if let me get a pointer here. If you were to use these two here, it would alternate pattern. But this one, and then the every other one, they blink in series. So, you know, for these, I have, you know, like the, you know, let me get back out here. So for these, I have set up for the blinkers on the saucer section. Then I have the blinkers on the nacelle. And then I have the blinkers on the bottom part of the saucer. So, you know, for I think $9, I got a flashing board. You know, it's one of those kits that you got to put together. So, you know, just another aspect of the build. So, all right. So that's my flasher. I also have a strobe. Where the hell is it? Right here, my messy bench. and that's for the strobe on the in the hull section, and for the what the hell is it, for the nacelle. So we got two little boards, you know, combination 18 bucks. That'll run the winkies and the blinkies for this thing, and then the rest is just, you know, homemade LED stuff, like the hull strips and that. So let me light it up, and all right, I'm back here. I just had to hit the lights on the nacelles, excuse me, on the neck part. And like I said, I use the opaque window inserts that come with the what do you call it, I guess the second pilot, you know, and not the clear parts. And like I said, I got 3 little strips of LEDs in this neck, and they definitely light up. So, you know, that's off, and then that's on. So and then this, it's like washed out, but that's red LED, and that'll glow through. Again, I got 2 strips in there, only because the piece that I have is not clear, it's opaque. You know, it's just the white plastic that comes on the kit. So I gotta shine through that. So and like I said, out the back, like I said, depending on what I'm gonna use for the tail cone, you know, if I use the vented one, the one that's got the holes in it, you know, I'll throw in a red LED on the back there, just keep it consistent. So so that's where we're at, and let me show you the Bussard next. All right, and this is my Bussard collector. This is not the polar lights or the tenna controls or any other lighting kit. This is I made this up, and they are 3mm blinking red, blue, green, and I threw in the bottom there is a multi-changing LED. So it goes like red, green, purple, blah blah blah. Now you say it's not Canon. Well, this isn't the Enterprise. This is something else. The big bulbs, the 5 teardrop, I put a 3mm, what the hell they call it, the flickering, so the red flickering, and once it gets going, they all blink at their random rate. Sometimes they get in sync, and then they'll go out of sync, so there's nothing there. But like I said, for, you know, the cost of those blinky lights after that, you know, from eBay, or, you know, saved a hell of a lot of money. I mean, the $200 at the fucking excuse me, the $200 at the damn Polar Lights light kit for this Starship is insane, you know. So that's, you know, and I just sprayed the backpack in chrome silver from, you know, it's just Rust-Oleum, but essentially, you know, I just laid it over. You know, they come out, they shorten them, you know, you're positive it's got the resistor on it, so all the resistors are there. This thing does fit in the housing. And then moving on to this, I bought these years ago. You know, somebody on YouTube had said they were looking for a quieter motor, and they recommended that. So you know, my only concern is the top, whether that's going to be enough to fit on the spinner. So, but I'm going to try it. I haven't gotten there yet. I just got this thing done, so I'm going to try it with that motor. If not, there's other motors out there. So anyway, that's the USS PIRI REIS and its first stage. So more to come later. See ya. All right. Actually, I pulled out the wrong motors last time I showed you. I forgot. I actually forgot I had these. Right now that is running at 6 volts, and you can see how nice and slow that's turning. It's a gear stepper motor, and it does fit in the housing. I got it right there, and you can see I have the end sticking up. The only thing I have to do on the spinner is I have to open up that hole just a little bit. It's just a little too small, and so I'm just going to work it out so that I can slide that down. So other than that, that's kind of where I'm at. So we'll go from there. And what I'm meant to show you was the part number. So that is the motor. That's the number, you know, of course made in China. Everything's made in China. But they operate off of 6 volts. And I actually even dialed my LEDs down in here to 6 volts. And I played with it. I went from 6 volts to 9 volts. And I really didn't see a difference in intensity. Now, when you go from 6 to 12, yeah, it does get a lot brighter. But you know what? I think I'll put the whole system, well, I should say the whole Bassard system at 6 volts. And it won't be overpowering. The thing will turn nice and slow, and it'll look, you know, personally, I think it'll look good. So anyway, that's the course I'm going to follow. Like I said, right now I just got to open up the opening in the spinner so that'll fit the stepper motor. So. All right, I figured I'd show you this before instead of waiting for the next video. All right, so I had these motors here. I forgot I had these, and I showed you that part number there. And I went back into eBay and actually found them for I don't know, I think like $3-4 a piece. So I ordered about 6 more. You can get them in 3 volt, 6 volt, or 12 volt. No 9 volt. So the ones I have are 6 volt, and I'm going to step it down using that voltage reducer right there. Like I said, you can pump you know, 12 volt, 9 volt, whatever, and dial it down to you know, whatever voltage output you need. So I think I bought a whole box of them off of Amazon, I think, you know, for like $12 or something like that. So they're not overly expensive. So I had to do a little bit of modification here, even though this piece here is actually has that has the round hole and then the little what's the word, the little rectangular recess. Yeah, brain's still waking up here. It had a reset, but it wasn't deep enough to allow that motor to sit in there with my, you know, with the back of my my Bassard collector, you know, with all of the resistors and that. So basically, you know, I just went back into here and used my Dremel and just knocked it down about another I don't know, 32nd or 16th of an inch, and it's still long enough for the stem of the motor to stick up out of this for the Bassard collector or the spinner to grab. I did have to drill this out. I didn't even bother measuring what it was before, but the end of the motor is 3mm, so I had to drill it out a little bit and then basically just go in and file it till I got my 3mm to fit around the shaft. So I did do a test last night. This is Sunday morning. I need to polish this up a little bit. There's just too much what do you want to call it, hazing or whatever. So the two of them together, you know, kind of restricts the light a little bit. So I'm just going to take some of the Novics, and let me reach here. I'm just going to take this and polish out some of those Yeah, let me get back here. Hold it. This stuff here, you know, again, bought it on Amazon. There's three stages to that, but gonna use some of that to bring back the luster in this thing here, the clarity, I should say, just to bring it up a little bit, so it's not so dark. Got to do a little bit of touch up on the paint here. I'd masked it off and shot it last night, and it, you know, using the Tamiya masking tape didn't quite get it right. So there's a couple of spots to touch up around the center there. I'm going to use the I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to use the cap, the nacelle cap that's got the flat with the little spire that sticks out of the center of it. Like I said, this isn't the Enterprise, so just something different. So that's my go-between, and it will fit over this and spin. Like I said, I had it last night spinning. I had that whole assembly spinning at 6 volt because that's what the motor is, and the lights were on the 6 volt as well. But I think I'm going to go with 9 volt on the lights just to increase the brightness on it. So that's kind of where I'm at, and then just working the transition of the neck into the here just a little bit, you know, a little more sanding. And this part here will be open. Like I said, it'll be covered with the opaque plastic. The original 1701 kit came with everything to make, you know, all 3 versions of the Enterprise, and in it they included the white. I call it white, but I call it opaque. But you know, the opaque piece. And actually, when I did the light test, I needed 2 strips of the red LED to get this thing to really just glow in a red. So anyway, that's where I'm at with the engines. I should be done today, and I'll assemble it. And I was speaking to Mr. Jerry Hitchcock over there at HDA Model Works about the custom decal, so kind of a little bit of back and forth on doing the pennants for the engine right now. So alright, that's where I'm at with this. So next post, my sub-assemblies should be coming together. I'll have it primed, painted. Also have a set of masks coming for the windows, so I can mask off the windows and paint it. Where the hell did I bring it out? I went to Home Depot. Has a new line of colors for rattle cans, and so I bought a couple of cans. They're like $6-7 a piece. So I bought 3. I think this is kind of a grayish green. This is they call heron. I think I'm going to shoot the bird of prey in this color here. So, but then I saw these. So this is, they call it nickel. I'm going to have to do a test shot, but I mean, if it's any resemblance to the cap, then, you know, this might be a good color. So like I said, I'm going to have to do a test shot on a piece of scrap plastic and see how it comes out. And then the other color I bought was, you know, like I said, bear, but it's called Lunar Surface, and that's the color. So if you want to do a comparison, let me go down here. I had actually shot this saucer, and this is I think the mix at Tamiya, the XJ12, and I don't know, a little bit of white. But I mean, it's a little light. The can's a little light as opposed to that. And then, you know, you got this. This is the heron. So, you know, that's, I don't know, that's close. But this is a little more greener than that. So, I don't know. Like I said, this isn't the Enterprise. So, you know, regardless of what color I want to shoot it, you know, it's not the Enterprise. So, anyway, that's where I'm at. So, till the next update. Thanks.